I got a cookie pie in the oven too, so at some point I'll probably have
Cookie
to.
pie in the oven?
Cookie pie.
You can just, just mute yourself and walk off.
That's
not gonna
that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. At some point, I'm gonna have to like mute myself and go get
That's
a cookie
fun.
pie
That's
slice.
do your
All
cookie
right.
pie thing, bro.
I have given a name to my pain. The Batman.
Always waiting for some Batman to save you.
It's simple. We kill the Bat of Gotham. You don't really think you'll win, do you? I'm Batman.
You're listening to episode 122 of the Batman on Film podcast. My name is Justin Kowalski, and I am joined here today by my good friend, Ryan Haas. But that's not it. That's not it, man. The Batcave's got room for tons of people. You know how it is now. It's 2018. There's room for like more than one Robin in this cave. So slide on down that pole, Mr. Paul Hermann, and join us here in the Batcave.
Holy Batman on Film Batman.
Holy winks and nods, Batman.
Man, Justin, I've never heard you this hyper before. It's
Dude,
pretty
I am
amazing.
pumped
You are
because
super pumped.
It's not. Remember, Batman on Film shows used to be in the morning. I'm excited. It's about 8:20 something at night.
It's our time, bro.
Yeah, it's our time. Dude, it's our time. Yeah, it's ready. It's time to patrol the streets with some news. So, but let's get all the business out of the way. This is Batman on Film. This is, again, episode 122 of the Batman on Film podcast. Please head to batmanonfilm.com to check out all of our Batman goodness, reports from Comic-Con, podcasts, vlogs, all the things that you need to fulfill the Batman hole in your life. Go over there and check it out because we got good stuff for you all the time. Comic book reviews, TV shows, movies, everything. Man, we even review Mission Impossible movies. That's how dedicated to Batman and Henry Cavill's mustache we are at Batman on Film. I will tell you this.
We actually reviewed Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Our
Brian Shatlin did.
Brian Shatlin went and saw it.
Yeah.
And did a video review for us. Yes.
And he loved it. So, but hey, if you want to be a part of Batman on Film and support the mission and vision of being definitive, authoritative, and the dadgum original, please go to patreon.com/BatmanOnFilm and join the ranks of the legion of millions and millions of Bat fans and support and make this show even better. Because, you know what I'm saying? 2018, we're flying out of the cave and we're taking a bat rocket to the moon to do amazing things. So we need your support. That being said, let's jump into all the news from the past weekend. Comic-Con 2018, San Diego. Woo, man, I am so tired. I am so tired.
Why are you tired? 'Cause you actually went.
I went
to SDCC.
and man, there was a lot of stuff going on. I couldn't keep up with all the news. I did as much as I could as one man, and you know, by the end of Comic-Con, I felt like Batman in 1993 and Bane was going to roll up and just break me because I was exhausted. He busted all the inmates out, dude. And AKA inmates are just panels and events and things to go to. And so I tried my best to get as much absorbed into my phone that I could. And it's spilling out slowly over the last couple of days on Batman on Film. So I apologize for the footage. All I had was my phone. My camera girl had to go do a wedding the day that I was doing some stuff. Anyways, there we go. So I think the best thing would be for you guys to ask questions and for us to just kind of talk about all the goodness. We'll talk about the trailers because I know that's kind of
Ask you questions?
Just ask me because hey man, how was this?
What?
How are the after parties, dude?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
So, anyways, hey, so I guess let's just do this. I want to talk about first thing. I guess the hottest thing off from the start of the con was the Titans trailer. Man, so we're gonna keep this show PG because you know we realize there's kids and stuff. But woo, Ryan, what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts?
Boy, I have to get a cookie pie out of the oven. So
He's got to get a cookie pie out of the oven.
I'll go if you want.
Yeah,
you go. I'll be right back.
All right,
Paul.
Ryan, be right back. So I'll be honest with you. This whole DC app has me extremely intrigued. I think it's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
I love everything they're trying to do to give you a full experience of DC, not just the comics, not just TV shows, but like everything, right?
Yeah.
Like, I love it. I love it being a one-stop shop for DC. Now, I will fully admit I didn't do a lot of research on what's going on with the app, and I definitely will ask you more questions about that in a second.
Yeah.
But I will say I watched that Titans trailer one time, and I don't want to watch it again. I'll say that. It did not do anything for me. It looked like an R-rated version of the CW.
Yeah.
And I know I don't mean that in disrespect to the CW shows. I used to watch them. There's way too many. I can't, again, I'm the Marvel zombie, and I can't even keep up with everything there. And like I'm behind all the Marvel shows. So the DC shows, I'm like, I can't even like, I love the Flash though at first.
Yeah.
So the first 2 seasons are great. But yeah, so Titans trailer and I'll say like it was weird. I mean, let's just say it right now. It was kind of, I felt like they made a mistake a little bit by having the whole F Batman line in the trailer.
Yeah.
And I know we'll talk a lot about it. I'm sure Ryan, after he eats his cookie pie or gets it out, whatever the heck he's doing, I'm sure he'll have a lot to say about this too. But this is what I'll say about it. I thought before I address the F Batman line, I will say this. I thought the trailer looked fun. It looked okay.
Yeah.
Nothing about it made me go, I gotta see this. It was like, huh. It looked like CW, and the whole R-rated CW thing. I'm sure other people are saying it, but my friend Jim, who's a pastor in Seattle, he's awesome. I love him to death. He said that's what it was, and I was like, I'm stealing that. So Jim, I will give you credit, but I will say it on this podcast. It's definitely R-rated CW. And some of the costumes kind of were weird to me. And again, I'm not super familiar with Titans. I'm obviously very familiar with Robin. I realized I like, oh, so the Flying Graysons are in. That's cool. This is about the Graysons. Okay, that's interesting. I liked it, Grayson. So I'm like, cool. Seeing him, I love the Robin outfit. That's like one thing they nailed. Was the Robin outfit is killer. I mean,
looks good. So up close, you should check out the video I posted because it's way more interesting up close. It's not as molded in like superhero costume that you think. So it's really interesting seeing that it's mostly like a canvasy like material. So I didn't mean to cut you off.
But no, that's cool. Yeah.
But like seeing, I'm like, it was really interesting what they did with it. It looks very movable.
Yeah. No, that's cool. It sounds practical. Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Yeah. So I thought his costume looked great. Starfire, I didn't really know much about her. She looks kind of weird to me. I just, again, I'm not very familiar with the characters. I know who she is from like the George Perez run for Marv Wolfman. Like I have those on my digital collection. I plan on reading those. And I didn't realize there's 8 volumes, by the way. Did you know there's 8 volumes of that run? 8 volumes. I had the first 2, Justin. That's intimidating.
That was a very popular book.
I know, and I plan on going through and reading all them.
Yeah.
So
I wonder
anyway,
how they have them broken down because there's also a new format that DC did in the '80s, like where they.
I heard about this. Yeah,
it was like a prestige type of. Anyways.
Yeah. So the trailer didn't get me excited, but I will say this about the whole F Batman line: I understand and appreciate what they're trying to do, but I thought they did themselves a giant disservice by putting that in the trailer, not in the show. It can be in the show because, again, I understand that they're trying to portray this is when Robin and Batman had a falling out and he hates, and this is obviously going to lead up to him becoming Nightwing. Like it's a precursor. I get it. Like it's, he probably, my guess is, just, and again, not with my limited DC knowledge as much as I have, I can put 2 and 2 together that this attitude towards Batman is eventually going to turn him into Nightwing at the end of the series or end of the season, excuse me. So, but the whole thing for me is I don't mind the line. I mind it because they show it in the trailer and they're trying to show like, this is not your little kid's Titans show.
It's not
this
your dad's Robin.
Yeah,
This is not Shorty Shorts Robin.
Yeah, exactly. To me,
He doesn't say holy anymore.
Yeah.
He says the F word.
Exactly. So to me, I feel like if they would have waited for that episode just to come out naturally and have it be more part of in context of what we're seeing, then maybe it would be not as like, why did he say that? I think we would be like that no matter what when we first saw it in the series. But I think after seeing it in context with a couple episodes, we would be like, yeah, that was weird, but yeah, we understand it. Whereas we don't see it in context. We see like, we got to prove that we're edgy and this is not CW. We could say the F word. And I feel if this felt forced to me, and I felt it was unnecessary to put in your trailer to sell the show. Because Robin, let's be real, he's the best part of the trailer, in my opinion. Like if there's one reason I'm going to watch this series and use someone else's login to watch it, I will be watching because it's Robin. I'm not paying $8 for this. I'm sorry. I just don't want to do that. Maybe I will. This is where we'll wait till the end after we're done with the trailer. I have a question to ask about the service.
Yeah.
I'll wait till everyone's done with their Titan stuff. So I am done.
Yeah. I've kind of flipped around from where I was when I first watched the trailer. I was kind of, I think I said the same, similar to what your buddy said. Just this feels like CW with with an R rating like on it. And obviously it's got Greg Berlanti. He's producing it, so I mean he comes from the CW world. So he definitely has an ingredient, and that's what he does, and that's his thing. And okay, so I see that. I did feel like it was coming out of where DC's been so big on talking about being,
hope and optimism.
I'm like, man, and I made like kind of a snide little comment on Twitter or whatever, but it was like, Zack Snyder is not doing the Snyder Cut because he just cut the Titans trailer, man. This thing had a curb stomp. That would have put like American History X to shame,
complete
dude.
With crunch noises.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck? There's the blood splatters, and
there's
I
more
still
blood
don't know.
in this trailer than any DC movie. All the DC movies combined.
I still don't know. Did Robin straight up shoot people? I don't know. Did he just empty the clip into the? Right? I don't know the answer to that question, and I'm like, I have a huge problem if Robin straight up murdered somebody. If Robin was just being BA and like unloaded the gun just to get them out of there to show he's crazy, okay. Like, I still think it's out of character for Dick Grayson. At least it's a Jason Todd thing, straight up. I can see that. But for Dick Grayson, I don't know. But I went to the Jeff Johns panel that day, and he kind of, that was one of the things they brought up. And what he did say was, this is a percentage of what the show is about. And they probably did this trailer on purpose, because guess what? Everyone's freaking talking about it.
Well, they knew what they were doing.
They knew what
most
they were
of the trailer is most of this trailer is probably from like the first 1 or 2 episodes too, probably.
And so there's some cool things I did pull out of it. I liked seeing Beast Boy running across whatever the cityscape. I actually liked the part where they first encounter Robin. You have his figure kind of jumping across the buildings from the street level you see up. So some of that was kind of cool. I liked seeing Hawk and Dove kind of in action. You saw like a clip of them, and I'm like, dude, they look cool. And so there's a little bit of that. Starfire didn't super impress me, but I'm willing to wait it out. Raven was the one that was like, she was the most CW. I mean, she was full of teen angst and 90s melodrama music. Like like I can hear her soundtrack in it's a lot of Joy Division and Smiths. That's probably where she's coming from,
dude.
But
can you blame her? That's good music.
It's great music, and when you're sad, that's what you need to.
And The Cure.
Yeah, man.
See, dude, she's a perfect goth girl. In fact, it should be their first, like one of her first times if she ever puts on her costume, like that I know very little of, but I do know a little bit. Is they do like a rendition to like Love Will Tear Us Apart. Like how amazing would that? Come on, I'm giving them gold here.
I'm there, dude. If they go that route, I'm in. See, and I don't know if they're going classic Raven outfit. It feels like some of the characters are getting their classic outfits. Like Hawk and Dove, classic outfit. Robin, classic type of outfit. It looks like everyone else is getting the Smallville leather jacket version.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It is. It looks like
Smallville
that.
Like Beast Boy definitely has.
He's got green hair. That makes him Beast Boy.
He's got the classic Doom Patrol
jackets.
look, like his old red and white outfit. And so, but it's kind of inferred with his hoodie. And so I'm like, okay. Same thing with Starfire. So we'll see. Like, again, wait and see. Jeff Johns did
she's
say
got red hair, and then they can like make her eyes glow, and that means that she is kind of an alien. She's just hiding it or whatever.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
So who knows? The jury's out, because I don't want to be like, this is crap, because I don't want to be the irrational like fanboy. I want to be the rational fanboy.
Can I have a really quick question? I'm sorry. I about Hawk and Dove. I had no idea they were Titans. or
Yeah.
Teen Titans?
Yeah.
That's legit.
Yeah, well, I think they come towards the end of. Oh man, Ryan, correct me. Ryan knows. I think they come towards the end of like that Prez era. Because
that makes sense.
They're
created by Steve
they were
Ditko, by the way.
Yeah, they're brothers.
Oh.
Originally brothers, and then the brother dies. Like Dove dies, and then Hank ends up teaming up with the female version, which is
I'm more familiar with the female version.
They did a really cool version on Justice League Unlimited, and it was voiced by Fred
Yeah.
Savage and the other guy, his brother from the Wonder Years. And so
way.
they
So good.
oh
I
yeah,
didn't know
dude,
that.
it was such a great like take on Hawk and Dove, but yeah, so they did the brother version. But anyways, so they're a part of that universe, and so what Jeff Johns said is they're digging deep on the DC universe in these shows, which that's I think the part I'm really excited about, because he even talked about, this has nothing to do with Titans, but Stargirl he's going to do, which he's all, we're going to go deep on JSA, and I'm like, what?
That is pretty deep, yeah.
Yeah, and so they're really going to dig into what DC's doing, and so also on this Titans show, they're going to have Jason Todd, who we talked about. So, man, if Dick
say that
is
at the
acting
panel?
like this, Jason Todd and
Jeez.
Donna Troy. So Donna Troy and Jason Todd will be on this show.
I'm scared what Jason Todd's going. Maybe Jason Todd will be the opposite of.
No,
of what
Jason
we think
Todd's
about
gonna be
Jason
like,
Todd.
no, not F Batman, like F him all the way.
Oh no.
Yeah. He's gonna be ripping people's heads off. Jeez.
Yeah, dude. So who knows? So I'm in wait and see mode, because he did say, he's all, here's the thing, we're tapping into the time where Robin left Batman, and if you read those comics, he wasn't happy about it. He was upset, and so it was the 80s and when it happened, and so what was that, Ryan?
Oh, just keep going.
Yeah, and so they're trying to tap into that era of like him being full of angst, like I'm gonna do my own thing, I'm my own man, and so he basically said, if you're a fan of Dick Grayson and that era of his life, you know where he's going, and everyone was like Nightwing, and so like he basically said we're headed to Nightwing.
All you gotta do to make people quite be like Nightwing.
yeah. So they're gonna be probably ending with Nightwing. My assumption. So
That would make sense to me.
Seems like
Yeah.
the
Because if
most
you've got
logical.
Robin, you gotta end him with Nightwing, isn't that right?
yeah,
Paul?
but Paul, I would say
Wow. Wow. I see how it is.
Paul,
I agree with you.
I think that you should definitely pay for this service. I signed up 2 days
way.
ago, and I was like,
Okay.
dude,
I did
I'm
the year
doing it.
thing, too.
Me too. It's
Okay,
worth it.
Here's the deal. Okay, so tell me. This is where I am going to ask you questions now, Justin. I know you wanted.
Okay.
That's how you wanted the show
Ask
to
me
be.
questions.
So I'm going to ask you questions because that's what you want me to do.
Oh man, that sounds so terrible. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
No, you're fine. I love you for it. It's great.
It's my
So-
AMA on the podcast.
It's AMA podcast. Just ask me anything about the trailers. Go. So my question is, and this is legit. I'm being
Yeah.
serious. So did you? I know I was listening to Andy DiGenova's podcast, Holy Backcast.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how they at the whatever junket or whatever they're at, the little loft thing that you could go into. You can actually go into and look at the
check
app
out my video. It's on there.
Okay. See, I haven't
Yeah.
done that because I'm lazy.
Yeah.
So my question is, like, he said he didn't see what kind of comics they had. Tell me, I have to know what the comic thing is like because that's the deal breaker for me.
Okay, so here's what the comic thing is. It's not like Marvel Unlimited. It is going to be a curated list, meaning there's going to be stuff on there sometimes, and there's going to be stuff off of there. And what they're trying to do is, say you do watch the Titans trailer. I mean, you watch the Titans show. When the show's over and stuff, they'll be like, oh, you should check out, the Judas Contract or a collected edition, or maybe they'll have certain issues. So they're constantly going to have new stuff for you to read, and there's probably going to be like perennial favorites on there.
Sure.
Like, but
Like
even
Year
with
One or
like
something like that.
yeah, and even with some of the shows, they're not going to have all of Batman the Animated Series, but they will have the first 2 seasons. And so there's going to be things that are always on there, but they're not stupid. They're not going to give you everything. They're going to give you stuff like the Superboy TV show, because at the same time they're still trying to sell. They'll probably put
Birds of Prey
Catwoman on there. Yeah, but
Birds of
So
Prey.
they tweeted
Birds
that.
of-
They
yeah, Birds
tweeted
of Prey
both
is-
of those things.
yeah, Birds of Prey is on there. And there's going to be
So is
a
Catwoman.
lot of stuff. And I'll tell you, the way it works is really nice. Like, I was playing with the app, and I was like, oh, this is great. This is so good. So they had it demonstrated like on Roku's and stuff, but they told me it'll be on Apple TV as well, which made me happy because I'm an Apple TV guy. So, yeah. So I was really impressed with that side of it. The whole experience that they had there was really cool. I didn't do all of it, but I did. I was able to like view some of it. So I went through Dick Grayson's like loft, and it was kind of like a escape room, but they had a guy heavy-handedly like guiding you through it, because some of these people were like, if you watch the video, you're like, come on, dude, they're trying to say the word circus. And he's like, C-I-R, come on, you need just like, it's circus, you guys. And so it was fun. They did like a Court of Owls maze, which was really creepy.
That was cool. That looked cool.
Yeah. And then there was the Swamp Thing, which you really can't see because it was really dark in there, but I tried to let you guys see as much as you can. They had these actors, and they did such a good job creating like a world for you. My favorite was this like Harley Quinn like thing where they would put people in this. Like,
was that like not an actor? That was like people that
was people. Yeah.
Stuff.
You would wait in line. You'd wait in line, and they'd put you into this
so
like a cell, and they'd give you a bat, and they'd reset it. They'd put
actually that's
thing.
a thing now. Like that people there's places now that you can go to. I don't know what they call them, but it's like for work trips, you know, and like you can like get all this glasses and suits on. You can just smash stuff.
Oh,
it's supposed to be like
great.
this therapeutic thing. It's a thing.
Yeah, that lady. There was one lady on that video I posted. She just got into a rhythm, and people were like, "Oh!" They were giving her like a beat. Like I hope people watch it because it's really funny, man. And then then there was a Young Justice thing, but I was like, I got to get out of here. I was at the DC thing forever, just kind of hanging out, and so they had props, and it was. But man, I'm just telling you, this DC Universe thing is going to be such a fun thing,
I'm
especially if
excited about it.
especially if you're a DC fan. I think $8 a month is a deal. I think $75 right now, the deal they're doing right now for 15 months.
15 months, yeah,
is a great deal. I mean, I understand $75 is hard to throw down sometimes.
For me, it is. I'm broke, bro.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, I just did it, and I was like, sorry, babe.
Oh. Don't worry. She comes back from kickboxing soon. She'll let you know how much she appreciates
She'll
it.
tell me. She's like, what did you
do?
I'm like, babe,
you pay for air.
We can watch Superman 3 anytime we want.
You own the DVD, but it's not in Blu-ray.
Right? So anyways, Ryan, what did you think about the trailer? We didn't even ask you. Sorry, man. You were
about the
eating a
Titans
cookie
trailer?
pie.
Yeah. I was eating a cookie pie.
He's eating cookie pie. Come on, man.
It was good too, dude. The Titans trailer, I hated it. I was
Of course.
at the end.
Jeez.
I saw that thing and I was like, I was confused. If you read Bill's article about it, it's really funny. Like, he said, "Oh yeah," Robin said, "F Batman." Well, maybe we should say F this show because it doesn't look that good.
Oh man.
It was like. I couldn't stop laughing, and I'm sorry.
really
I mean, I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
I
It's just funny.
it was really funny.
Yeah.
So, immediately as soon as I saw that trailer, I hopped on to Twitter and made a
He
and made
all
a
the
meme.
memes.
I made a meme. I made one of the first memes out there. It was Lego Robin from the Lego Batman movie, and I put F Batman over it. And I got that out there really fast.
Dude,
just
that was the
because
best. Little
it was
Lego
the
Robin.
best. So many people like that tweet because it's true. I mean, here's the thing. It's like I get where they're going. Like I get why they're doing it, but like Paul said, I did not appreciate the fact that they put it in the trailer, like because that combined with the rest of the trailer, which is very like hardcore and gritty and. Robin can say the F word now. It's not your dad's Robin. I just think it was too on the nose. I don't think that they had to do that to sell the show, and it makes me worried for what the show is. Like, I don't read DC Comics for that. You know what I mean? And a lot of people have been saying things like, "Oh, well, it's just Robin in that period of time," and blah blah blah. But then my rebuttal to that is, show me a comic book where Robin has said that.
Yeah,
and
but
you won't find one. Show me a comic book, movie, video game, anything where Robin or any other character is going to that level. And I just think it's one of those things. It's like it's too easy. Like don't do that. And especially for a service like this, I really feel like they should try. They should be making content as accessible as possible.
Yeah.
And to have this show be their like premiere thing and to have it go there.
See,
is just strange to me.
I'm going to disagree a little bit because I don't mind the fact they did it because I'm the kind of person that likes to. I don't want the same things all the time. I understand that you make a great point though. I don't want to say you shouldn't do that, but at the same time, DC has to really, they have to cater to an audience that's going to pay for this, and they've got to. And I'm not saying that families wouldn't throw down $10 a month or whatever to do this either, but you really got to make it somewhere different and really get to the people you want to market it to, which is, people who want a more edgier material. And I think that
but those people were going to buy the service anyway.
Sure, but I guess
that's my deal.
At the same time, I appreciate the fact they're trying to do something different. And I've actually, you see me on Twitter, defended DC quite a bit recently because I like with the Joker, with a lot of stuff they're trying to do, with Shazam and Aquaman, we'll talk about a little bit. I love the fact they're kind of finally realizing, you know what, we can't be Marvel. Let's just do our own thing and try to see. Let's experiment a little bit. Let's see. Sure. And I think doing a Netflix thing where they're trying to be a little bit edgier, because I'll be honest, there's some things in Marvel Netflix stuff that I'm I don't mean to be a prude here, but I'm not into the sex stuff on Netflix. It's weird. I think it's super weird to see superheroes bang each other. It's just me.
Sweet Christmas.
It's not. Yeah, it's not.
That's true.
It's different. Because in The Watchmen was one of my favorite stories.
Well, that's part of the story.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it was a little over in Watchmen.
No. No. I'm talking about in the comic book. In the movie, not the stuff with Laurie and Dr. Manhattan is fine with me. But the Laurie thing and Dan thing was a little weird.
That's what I'm talking about. A silhouetted scene becomes a 3-minute music video.
But regardless,
Hallelujah.
I love that song.
It's great.
Regardless, the thing is, I like the fact they're going for it and trying something different. But I felt their trailer was trying way too hard.
That's what I'm saying. I'm more upset that the show's probably good, but man, the trailer made it look bad.
Well, let's not go that far.
And here's the thing. The
trailer. I agree with Bill. He said the trailer looked cheap, and I agree with him. I mean, it made the show look bad.
See, I don't think the trailer looked cheap. I think they definitely went for a tone, and I also think all of us have made it more about what Robin said than what was actually being shown. Because I think if you take that part out, you lose a lot of the it's so edgy and whatever.
I disagree. There's so much blood and violence and look how hardcore this is, even without that line.
And but that's just that one scene. They said it's gonna be it's gonna be
mature. The trailer starts with that.
Yeah, it's gonna be mature. It's gonna push the limits of violence and stuff like that. But part of me is because
DC has this whole stigma or whatever, lack of a better word, about DC being dark and gritty, even to the point where, in movies like Deadpool 2, they're oh, are you sure you're not in the DC universe? You're so dark and gritty. And this Titans trailer to me just looks like a personification of that. And I know DC is broader than that. Yeah. So
but
that's why I was disappointed.
Is it dark and gritty so that we can go, oh, it's dark and gritty and teenagers are going to watch it? And I don't think that's a fair assessment of it. I think that's us.
I just felt like there, say what you will about Teen Titans Go, but there's this great episode where they go Robin's we need to be dark and edgy and hardcore, and then it changes all the characters to be super gruff 90s buff people, and they're so dark and edgy, and it shows how ridiculous it is, and it just felt like this trailer was the live action version.
I'm going to Teen Titans Go on Friday. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I can't wait to see it too.
All right, let's table this Titan stuff and this DC. Let's get into the trailer.
I didn't like it, but I'm going to watch it. So
of course you are.
I hated it, but I'm going to watch it.
Ryan, who owns multiple versions of Catwoman, so he'll watch anything. This guy has no he's got no limits on what he'll watch.
I'm a net negative. I don't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter with
I'm
me.
gonna watch it. All right. Okay. So let's talk about the trailers for the weekend. Let's talk about Shazam first. So, man, I did not go to Hall H. I was too busy doing other things, and I just figured
you wanted to sleep.
Well, actually, I could have went in. I was talking to a guy when we did this Batman animated series panel. He's like, yeah, you just going through a different route. He's like, I got in. He's like, I didn't wait in line. There's our press route. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, either way, I didn't want to wait in line. And I was like, the things I want to see are going to be out ASAP. And so as soon as it went live, I was already in the press room, and we all kind of watched it, and people were really pumped about it. And so the first thing, I love the Shazam trailer. It made me happy. I like the freaking Kendrick Lamar track on there. I thought everything with it was was fun and perfect.
Yeah.
Definitely hitting the Jeff Johns New 52 like feel on it. I know a lot of people who are huge Shazam fans aren't happy about it. You know, there's been a lot of like, well, Billy Batson's a hero because he's a hero as a kid, and I feel like it shows a little bit of that as he's standing up to Freddie Freeman in one scene. But I digress. You know, like maybe he's a jerk. I don't know. He was kind of jerky in the Jeff Johns, you know, retelling. So we'll see what happens. I thought it was true to Shazam. It was fun. Zachary Levi seemed super charismatic, and I loved the whole thing about it. It just was magic. And my boys, who they're the ones that count right now with this, we watched the trailer so many times, and so it got them pumped. I was pumped. What are you guys' thoughts on it?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I was impressed. It's been kind of a question mark to me because I was wondering what route are they going to take? Is it going to be Jeff Johns? Is it going to be connected to the DC universe? And of course it is. And
don't worry, I'll be getting into that in a second.
Yeah, come on, Paul.
Yeah, and it's I disagree with Bill on this. I think it's just a special, but
I disagree with Bill wholeheartedly on that, man. I let him know. I was just like,
I did too.
I get his opinion and I get where he's coming from, but it is what it is. So
Yep. So I loved it. I thought the trailer had a good vibe. I think it had a good setup. Even if you have no idea who Shazam is, you can watch that trailer and get it. You know what I mean? And I think that's pretty strong. I loved seeing Shazam do the Backpack Kid dance. You know, like just stuff like that is just super hilarious to me.
Wait, you just called it the Backpack Kid?
Is that what they call it? Is that what the kids call that dance?
Wait, what dance is that? Honestly, I have no idea.
It's the Backpack Kid.
The Backpack Kid dance. No, it's the oh my gosh.
The kid with the backpack does it though.
Yeah. I'm just trying. I can't remember the name. My kid does it all the time, dude, and I know it. And
it's the dance he does after they start doing the superhero, like testing superhero powers.
No, I know.
It's called the floss. It's called floss.
That's right. That's
kids
what I
do it. My kid does it like because it's like his new it's like the new nervous tick for kids. They do it all the time.
There you go.
I work with kids all the time, and they'll just bust out a floss. Like, what's going on, dude? I'm like, I'm flossing.
See, yeah. Wow. And I think that's the kind of thing where I'm like, that might not like hold up or like translate 20, 30 years from now, but like right now, that is like such a great move to make it feel like this is a kid.
That's the GIF I made, Paul. If you see that GIF I have,
yeah,
it's of him flossing. It's
really okay. So for the record, I want to say I have no idea what the kids are doing because I'm old and like out of it.
I clearly don't.
Well, here's the thing. I just thought he was just dancing, and I thought it was funny because that's kids. When I was that age, I was doing stupid dances too.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna do the Roger Rabbit. Yeah. I'm gonna do the.
What is the Roger Rabbit?
Who's Roger Rabbit?
You don't know the Roger Rabbit?
No.
Dude, you gotta. Okay, once we're done with this show, get on YouTube and YouTube the Roger Rabbit.
Okay, I will
dance. Goodness.
Anyway,
dude.
but I thought it was just a funny dance. Like he's just like having fun because he's like whatever. It worked. But anyway, I'm
it's
sorry.
fun.
Ryan, go ahead.
Yeah,
I loved it. End of story. It looked awesome to me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Paul, bring it.
Okay, here's the deal. I support the DCEU. I like all the films to an extent. You like
Suicide Squad
I really do.
more than most people.
I know it's weird. I don't know why.
I like Suicide Squad too. It's fun.
It's I saw it 3 times in the theater. I don't get it. Like I look at
4 times.
It's weird. I don't know why. I liked it more than BVS. I thought BVS. I like BVS, but it just also has moments where I don't like it. I love Man of Steel. Big Man of Steel fan. I loved Wonder Woman. I liked Justice League. I was really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And so I like DCEU films, and I like the fact that there's kind of been a change, and they're trying to do something a little bit different. And I think with Shazam was kind of like the first example of them kind of embracing the character and making it their own. And I know there's people who being like, it's like the Marvel. No, it's not like Marvel. I never once got a Marvel feeling from this trailer. I honestly
that's straight from the Marvel guy right there.
Right, exactly. I really didn't. I really thought they
just
played
because
up
something's upbeat
Paul
or fun
Hermann
doesn't mean
says.
it's Marvel.
Therefore, it's no longer Marvel.
According to Paul Hermann.
Yeah, because he's the Marvel aficionado.
Yeah, man, I saw that tag trailer and I was like, this is like a Marvel movie.
Oh god.
No, it's not because he's nowhere to be seen in the Marvel movie.
Oh yeah. But so
kidding.
so watching the trailer, I loved it. I was a big fan of Big. I saw Big in the theater as a kid, so I've always been a huge fan. I'm old, and I love that movie like crazy. And seeing this, I saw shades of it, but not it. Like, let's just make that movie or whatever.
Yeah.
I really loved the dynamics of what they were doing. You know, it was my only criticism I would say, and I'm only gonna start with this one criticism, is the fact that make Billy Batson to be like some hard edge kid. He's like, he can take care of himself. You know, I didn't really like that, to be honest. I mean, but at the same time, they have to make him be rebellious and be able to maybe fight, because he's going to be fighting later on as Shazam. And you know, he's got to be a little bit streetwise to kind of go up against some people later on.
And that's what they did. I mean, that's what the Jeff Johns he did in New 52. So
okay, yeah. So it makes sense. That's my only minor criticism. It's a minor, very minor. And
I can see that. Like,
but at the same time, I loved everything else. I'm not a Zachary Levi like super fan or an anti Zachary Levi guy. He's whatever. I can take him or leave him. And
come on, man, he brought Fangirl to life.
Oh, Lord. Wow. And when I watched, but here's the thing: when I saw the trailer, I was immediately like sucked in. He had me, and I was impressed, because I'm like, man, this guy's like totally, he's owning it. Like he totally
had me at
embodying
Shazam.
Yeah, he honestly, like, one of the things I thought was really impressive was people were criticizing the fact that he wasn't built enough and all this stuff. And obviously they padded his suit. Yeah. Like, let's be real. But it works in this context because he's basically like a cartoon character brought to life. Like, he looks like, he doesn't look
the director
from this
has
world.
said they're going for a golden age vibe here, which makes sense to me.
And it totally works. Like the light up lightning bolt. Like, I had my friend Jim, who's a big DC guy. I was like, oh, lightning bolt. I'm like, dude, it's fine. Like, it's only fine.
He doesn't like the lightning
That's his
bolt.
power, is his lightning.
No. He didn't like it's a light. He didn't like that.
Oh,
but you know what?
Darkness. It's not dark and green.
No. He does not. No, trust. That's not Jim.
It needs to
Jim,
be black.
I need to have.
Black Adam.
I need to get Jim on the show. He'd be great on the show, honestly.
Oh yeah,
I'll bring him on. All right, I'll bring him on. Pastor O Disaster. That's his Twitter handle.
Yeah,
get him on here.
I think
he's great. Yeah, he's great. We'll get him on. I'll get him on. So anyway, but I thought the light worked. Everything looked like he looked like a living cartoon. And I thought it worked. It totally made me believe the fact this guy could like fly, had super strength. You know, it all worked for me. Everything, just the humor hit. I laughed out loud all the times that I was meant to. I was really impressed. I'm like, man, they sold. I mean, I was already going to see Shazam because I see all these movies, but I'm actually went from like, I'm going to watch
I'm
this.
Invested.
I'm totally ready. I want to see more.
Yeah.
So I'm really, it's the one thing I'm going to be a little, this movie would have been a guaranteed like smash hit if they would have put Black Adam in The Rock. Like, imagine now with the reception it has with a Rock in it. This movie would be just.
What's cool though is like if this movie like is good and people get invested in Shazam, if they do a sequel with The Rock, like that'll be awesome.
Yep.
People will be excited about that.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, can you imagine?
I still think Superman and Black Adam are going to be meeting up at some point, but that's just me. That's just me.
We'll
I love this trailer. I don't see the Marvel. I honestly see DC evolving from a film franchise.
Yes.
I really do.
Yes. That's it.
I feel that this is it. Like, they finally, with Wonder Woman, let's be honest, they borrowed a lot from Captain America and Thor and put them all together, and it's great. It's great. Don't get me wrong, but this feels like, and it sounds like from Wonder Woman 84 footage that we were hearing, they're starting to kind of feel their own way. Like, you know what? We can embrace these characters because they've lasted this long for a reason, just the same as the Marvel characters. Let's embrace those characters, and I really think they got a hit on their hands with Shazam. I'm invested. I'm ready for more.
Yep. I'm excited, dude. I'm excited for. Oh man. Shazam's gonna be such a fun time,
I put a
dude.
Twitter poll up and I said, between the two DC trailers, what did you like more, Shazam or AQUAMAN? And Shazam got the most votes.
I voted for Shazam, by the way.
There you go.
Wow. All right. Yeah, I think that Shazam's gonna connect with a lot of kids too. Just by how my kids are like, yeah, let's watch it again, Dad. Like, it's serious. I've seen it a lot.
That's kind of cute, actually.
I've seen it a lot, and so And my son is really excited because the actor has the same name.
It's the
as
same
him.
name. I was wondering.
He's all, his name's Asher, Dad, and I'm like, yeah, it doesn't mean nothing, but it's cool.
That's
That's
really,
how
it's super
kids connect that way, you know.
adorable.
They're like, yeah, his name's my name. So yeah, it's really fun, man. It's I think what they've created here is gonna be something that we're really happy with in the end. And you know, just to talk about the connectivity and to the other DC stuff, I think it's a good way to kind of move forward. I know some people feel opposite, but I love that Freddie Freeman has like all this memorabilia and newspaper clippings of stuff because
From actual events.
these heroes like mean something to him. So yeah, I you know.
Okay, really sorry. I have to talk about this because Rick, I saw
Please.
Rick and Bill's. I don't mean, I keep interrupting you guys. I apologize.
No, that's how we do this, dude.
That's what we want.
I know, but
me and Ryan were like, you want to do a show? And I'm like, I really want someone to interrupt us, man. Can we get Paul?
Shut up. Oh my, you did not say that. Oh, man. Justin, I believe you. I'm gullible.
No.
Anyway, so
It's a POF staple.
yeah,
It's
so-
like Rick. It's like one more thing. One more thing.
what's your top 5 favorite moments of all time?
Star Wars. Go.
Speaking of Rick and Bill,
Yeah.
no, I thought it was really funny how Bill and Rick were just like, well, we don't know it's connected, and I know Bill kind of later on.
I pivoted hard on him.
I know, I did too. More Rick than Bill. Bill was kind of more subtle and kind of realized, okay, I'm out with this. But Rick really dug in hard, man. He was like, oh man, this could be those newspaper clippings they show in the trailer. Those are probably movie props, possibly. This is like the ones that Bill has. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, this is like, I couldn't believe it. He wised up later on because Levi, whatever his name is, actually called and said that it's the most self-aware movie in the DCEU, that these characters, have inspired other people and everything. So it was, to me, I don't see why you wouldn't put it in this universe. Like, you've built it up, like you've already established it. It's not like it's not going the way you want it to, but it's not like everyone hates it. But you've established it. Let's build off of it. And I think that was the smartest thing they could do because the world of because honestly, let's think of it this way: if you put that character of Shazam in the movie, it's gonna stick out. Shazam is gonna be like the only hero, and he's not gonna be like, it's gonna be weird because he'll be too special. Does that make sense? It almost feels like
It's
he'll
like
be
Kazam. It's like what?
What?
Kazam.
Wow.
Shut up.
But like seriously though, like to me it feels like he'd be a god amongst men, and he is in a sense to where he is now. But I feel with Superman being there, it makes him be a little more grounded, and it gives people to be like, oh, there's a superhero. Weird. Like it kind of makes it a little more interesting, the fact that he's not the only one. And he's got this power, and he has inspiration. Like that to me is all intriguing, and I feel like they're going to play on that in the film because of the newspaper clippings they show in the trailer.
Yeah. Well, and that's the big rumor was like Cavill's supposed to show up, and so
He should. He absolutely should.
If he does, here's the thing: I don't care if he shows up or not. If he does, and it's kind of like this: here's how you be a hero. Don't break necks. I did it, and it was a bad movie. People got really pissed about it.
I need to complete
I'm
an arc
joking.
here.
I'm
Just let me speak.
I'm
Too
joking.
meta.
I'm joking. But like, it'd be great is if like, now that you have these powers and however you have him, and he does, he just kind of dude, it has to be no more than like 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And then
No, I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
The rumor is that it's the kid version. It's not Shazam talking to Superman, but
even
which is even better.
yeah,
No, it's even better to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that if you did that and you had Cavill come in, imagine the Justice League version of Cavill, like the very end where he comes in
without the mustache.
Yeah, without the mustache.
You guys, come on, let's just drop it. But if that version of Superman, just shave it off and drop it. If that version of Superman comes in, and tells Shazam, like, listen, this is, to be a hero, like, I don't want to pull from Spider-Man, but like, there's a lot of responsibility of what you're going to do. It would give him perspective, and it would give that universe and, that much more power. And you also give people like, oh man, it's Superman, like, again, because people, let's be real, we all want to see Superman, and I think after Mission Impossible, fans are going to want to see Cavill back as Superman even more.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think Mission Impossible is going to kind of like brighten his star a little bit.
Buzz has been so positive for that.
Yeah, one of the things I think that will be, because here's the thing: he's a kid, he gets his powers, he's gonna be irresponsible. And so you're right, you kind of nailed it with the Spider-Man thing. Like, it would be kind of cool if it's like, hey, you have these powers, you have to, do good with them, and
And do it right.
Superman's the one character that if he does make a cameo, it makes sense.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We don't need all of them there, but if Superman shows
no.
up and does this, I'm 100% on board. If he doesn't show up, I'm fine. But if he does, it's cool either way.
Justin, I actually like the idea. I mean, obviously not to say break necks like you said, but what if he said, you don't want to go too far, because I have, and I've regretted it. It's one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made in my life.
Oh, yeah.
You give it some prominence, and again, you'd see an evolution of the character from Man of Steel, BVS, Justice League to Shazam. Like that progression would be outstanding.
Yep.
And for me, and I'm not the biggest Superman guy, but I would love to see a callback and to learn. And there's, again, the reason why they put it in there in the first place. You would call back to the fact that he would never want to do that ever again. So
Exactly.
I think it'd be a genius move, in my opinion.
Looking forward to it. Can't wait. All right, so let's get into the last big deal of the weekend. Aquaman. I was really bummed I didn't get that sound. I was like, come on.
It's gonna come,
When he was when he was a little kid and he's in the aquarium, he could have been.
Surely they have to do that. It's coming. It's going to be an Easter egg somewhere.
It's got to be in there. Dude. If it doesn't happen, it needs to be a feature on the Blu-ray. Like, Aquaman.
You need
sounds.
that, and you need an outrageous.
Yeah, I actually thought outrageous was going to be in the trailer, and I'm thinking, I'm hoping they save it for the film. Do not put it in a trailer. Put that in the film, and dude, I'll go see it 20 times. All right, outrageous, So, what did you guys think about that? The trailer, Paul. What's your thoughts?
Oh, you put me on the spot. Okay, so I can't get my thoughts together. Sorry. So WB, they nailed it this weekend. They won the weekend. I mean, they were the only thing on the weekend, but they could have easily just dropped it. They could have dropped the ball, but they didn't. They nailed it.
That's the thing. The way that they did this presentation real fast, where they only talked about the movies that they are actually making and didn't announce any crazy slate or Flashpoint or we're doing all this stuff in the future, was very, very commendable. I was very pleased that they only talked about the films that they're actually making, because that's what they need to do from
exactly.
So even though the Shazam was my probably favorite trailer, because I just thought it was ridiculously entertaining, Aquaman was everything that I want to see from this movie that we've seen already, and I'm not a big Aquaman guy. Aquaman's one of the kind of the D-listers, C-listers, if you will. I know they've been trying to build him up the last couple of years with Jeff Johns' 52 run. I've heard that was pretty solid. I have not read it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's really good stuff.
So what I think is one thing I love about this, they've embraced that mythology of Aquaman that I know and heard of, and they've embraced it all, and they're just loving, and it's almost like a love letter to everyone that loves Aquaman, and embracing this like whole mythology / fantasy part that we haven't seen in these DC films. And again, this is a part where we're seeing the evolution of DC films, of embracing the characters and going with what everyone wants to see in these movies, what makes them special as characters. So Aquaman, just everything. This is what I called it. It looks like Masters of the Universe underwater. And honestly, like that's what it looks like. More science fiction, like James Wan said. And I love it. I love the fact that they're finally realizing we don't have to make these movies to be like Marvel or be like anything else. We got to make them what they are. What they are is, they embrace these sides of Aquaman and turn it from it's a superhero / science fiction movie. And we, again, they're instead of trying to, make this connected universe, let's make a great movie. Let's focus on that. And that's what it basically is focusing on.
Yeah.
And all of, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say just what James Wan is doing looks beautiful. Like my biggest issue with any of it is I just think that it's not the characterization of Aquaman that I would take, but that's what we got. and I really think he's gonna pull us to a more like royal Aquaman.
I think that's clear.
I think that's where he's.
That's where they're going with it. He's going to be in the classic suit by the end too.
Well, that's what they showed. They showed that at Comic-Con. Like
Yeah.
they did their extended trailer. That was kind of the word. And, I mean, here's no spoil. It's not a spoiler. All the action
It's not a
figures they're
spoiler.
showing is him in his
No, I mean,
classic suit.
there's
you know.
reports.
So I'm excited for that. There's just so much cool, like goofy, awesome, like comic book stuff in there. Sharks, like with freaking like saddles,
freaking
on them,
laser beams.
with freaking the sharks, just the underwater armies. Oh gosh, when you freeze frame this trailer, there's so much cool stuff, man, and I'm just blown away that Black Man is in it and he has freaking eye lasers, dude. Like that's the goofiest thing ever, and they did it, and I love it.
The set reports came out too, and they've been talking about how they've actually put story context into why the eyes are like that and what that
I don't
means.
even care if
And
there's
I'm
a
like,
story.
what?
Cool.
I think
that's cool.
great. For me, I love it.
You can Batman Begins everything, I guess. I don't care,
love
dude.
that, 'cause
Your
I love
helmet
Christopher
shoots lasers,
Nolan.
dude. I love freaking. It's just Black Man is like one of the coolest like character designs.
He's
of
one of the
all
coolest
time.
looking comic book villains
He's like
ever.
he's
Yeah.
like, hey, you guys like Darth Vader? This guy's underwater and has a
Hold my
bigger
beer.
helmet. Yeah, hold my beer, bro, because I shoot lasers. Darth Vader shoots no lasers.
Okay,
right?
hold on a
He has a
second. here.
sword.
Hold on. Let's
I've
not
got
get
two
carried
laser
away.
eyes.
Darth Vader
says
the
hold-
Black
no.
Rogue One,
Manta.
what?
Yeah. No, whatever. Whatever. I ain't gonna go that far, boy. Sorry.
I just love it. I love it. I would be happier if he had a chrome helmet, but that's cool. That's all right, you know. They
Maybe
say
he
he
will
has.
get one.
They say he has 2 outfits in the movie, so we'll see.
There you go.
Yeah.
I thought, but really fast.
Maybe
Black
Deathstroke will make him a new suit.
Hey.
Black Manta. Oh, whoa. Black Manta, I thought he was so comic book accurate, but I will admit, I will say this, and I loved him. I think anyone who loves comics will love him. But I think we all can, at least for me, I would almost think, how are audiences going to take him? Are they going to take that seriously? Like the mainstream audience? I don't know.
Are they gonna
I
take
don't
his
think
outfits
there's a-
serious?
If they can take Transformers or whatever,
Okay,
I mean,
true point.
yeah.
Fair point.
I don't care about general audiences, dude. That's just my thing. Like, I just
Yeah.
don't. Like I'm.
No, I feel
people
you.
will
I
get
feel
it.
you.
I
People
care
will
about
get it.
I care about myself when it comes to these movies.
Especially because they're going to give you that human element. They're going to show you the backstory or the secret origin of Black Manta in this movie.
Yeah.
I think that's all. I mean, I think that's all good stuff. So
Yeah. General audiences will watch whatever is made for them.
That's a
make
good
just
and they'll
point.
like it.
just make a good movie. They're not.
You'll-
Gonna,
Justice
You'll
League.
watch it and like it.
well, they don't know the difference. Like they're not gonna have any like preconceived
Right.
notion. They're just gonna
I
go
think he
in
looked
there and
great.
watch it.
I think he looked fantastic. I just
Yeah.
think are people going to look at that and go, that looks cheesy? Like I
I think
just,
that's,
that's the
I mean,
first
that's
thing.
the least fantastical thing in that trailer.
Yeah.
People
I
riding
think it
sharks,
just looks
dude.
looks like a dude in an armored suit with a freaking laser
Hey,
helmet. Like,
hey,
what
I'm
is that?
I'm just being a pessimistic, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
All
No,
right,
it's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
I
I'm
know,
sorry.
I know. It's okay.
I love you on here. So yeah, I'm pumped. I don't know what else to say about this movie except even the visuals underwater look great. I think if I had and it's not even just the people talking underwater, but there's no way around like
Yeah, exactly.
they're just going it's gonna be
Yeah.
stupid. There's that scene. There's a lot of parallels, I will say, to Black Panther. When you're watching the trailer, there's like the battle
Oh, sure.
for the
I
kingdom.
can see that.
And I feel like I saw some of it yesterday.
A hidden world kind of deal.
on Facebook, like, hey, their brothers are fighting for the kingdom, and there's a battle, and
Well, they're
but I'm like
cousins
this.
from
Well,
Black
you know what
Panther.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
they're cousins, but this movie was in production way before Black Panther came out, so it's not like they.
And the story elements have been in place.
Yeah, Ocean
yeah.
Master's been it's like one of his biggest villains. So what are you supposed to use? Oh, we can't use that. Black Panther did it before us.
I know.
It was
I'm
in
just saying. I'm
production.
just saying. But that's. I already saw
Right.
some of that yesterday. I was like,
whatever.
Oh, man.
And people can whatever.
Yeah. I know. I'm just pointing out the ridiculousness of fandom. I'm like, we're getting an Aquaman movie, and you're like, didn't Black Panther do that? It's like, 2 different things. That's
Totally
It's
different.
in a hidden African land. This is underwater.
Okay, I like the CGI, and I think it all looks great. But what do you guys think? It still needs it was a little bit rough, maybe.
Yeah, it's a trailer though.
Well, yeah,
like,
I mean,
they're not done.
yeah, it comes out in December. There's plenty of time left. I mean, even Shazam is even earlier, right? So There's plenty of time.
It's not even an issue for me.
This isn't a Justice League situation here.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying there isn't. I'm just saying. Imagine. I guess what I'm trying to say is
they always put unfinished shots. In
okay, but Ryan, listen to me. I'm trying to say a positive thing almost.
Oh,
imagine what it's going to look like when it's done.
Oh yeah.
sure.
It's going to look ridiculous.
As long as it's not all suddenly red.
Oh,
Gosh.
yeah.
Well, see, we don't have to do that.
Did you
Her
have
hair's
to?
red.
Did
That
you
hair's
have
cut
to?
that out,
Did you have-
Justin.
That hair is
No.
red, bro. That hair is
Cut
red.
it out.
Mara.
I didn't say it. Scratch that. Mara's hair is really red.
It's really
It's almost.
red.
Let's be real. It's almost distracting how different she looks.
It's almost
She
yeah.
looks,
It's kind of a nitpick,
I'm
but
just
yeah.
gonna say it. I think she's gonna be fine. She looks gorgeous, but she almost looks like a completely different character.
She just has a different conditioner. It makes it a little more vibrant, more color.
But I loved her costume in Justice League. I thought she looked cool.
No, it was a good costume.
No, the costume in the trailer is from comics too. So, I mean,
Yeah, they're both. It's just two
right,
different.
they're both. Yeah. I understand.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
James Wan posted that. He talked to Snyder about, hey man, I want my movie to be where we first introduce,
Atlantis
and stuff like that, and so he obliged, and so
That's why they only showed this little chamber area in Justice League. I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty creative.
yeah. But her suit in Justice League definitely has more armor and stuff to it.
Well, it matched Aquaman's suit in Justice League too,
Yeah,
or is
and
this
it-
more ancient armor?
Yeah, it looks more like a battle outfit, where this kind of looks like her everyday wear, and so both suits,
Tracksuit.
they both work for me. Her tracksuit, so
Tracks.
it's a great looking suit, man. She looks good in it. So
looks good.
She's,
Yeah.
like I said, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Said.
yeah, I heard that. Oh, get it?
Oh boy.
Never heard. So,
Oh, I get it now.
oh man. So, Aquaman looks great. Shazam looks great. Titans looks okay. A lot of cool stuff.
You know what the best trailer of Comic-Con was though? Glass.
True.
for me.
Glass was good.
True. Glass.
I've watched that Glass trailer more than any trailer since The Dark Knight Rises.
Really?
Probably.
Wow.
Personally, yeah.
It's
That's my thing, man. I can't
we're
wait for that movie.
We're gonna do a show, right? Right.
We're gonna do 2 shows.
No, 3 shows.
Yeah, we should do 3. We should do.
No.
Maybe we should do 3.
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable, Split,
Unbreakable, Split, and Glass.
And Glass.
Do Glass.
because
Yeah.
Split. A lot of people. It's weird. I always thought that was a giant movie because everyone went and saw it and it seemed to like it. But I've seen more comic book people be like, I didn't really like it. I'm like, what? How could you not?
Whatever.
It's literally the
Whatever.
opposite version of Unbreakable of the origin of the villain. For God's sakes, it's so
It's
good.
so good. Yeah.
It
People are
bums
dumb.
me out. No, you can have
Well,
an
that don't matter.
opinion.
The mainstream. That's the thing. The mainstream loved that movie.
They did.
It did so good in the box office, very unexpectedly.
And it was
like,
a cheap movie to make.
General
Exactly.
audiences loved it.
You know what?
it did.
You know what, Justin? You're right. The general audiences did love it. But are they going to love Black Manta?
Yes.
That's my question to you.
Oh, dude, Black Mana is
Dude, I love Black Manta. I want to make that very clear. I'm just curious if people at my work would take that seriously. I don't know, but then again, you make a great point saying they're writing alligator people under monsters in underwater.
There were people that don't take John Blake seriously. I mean, come on.
Well, you're talking to 2
Or
people
bombs.
who don't. So
Batman. What?
what? John Blake?
Really?
We don't like John Blake. Come on.
yeah. John Blake. Okay. Anyway, so we'll get
Yeah.
out of that.
Oh boy.
So
We missed
let's
it. Oh,
let's
worms. We got
This whole
worms.
show, this whole show is ridiculous.
the show just went downhill at the end.
It's all just a big in joke.
Yeah. Aquaman looks really fun. I'm excited to see it, and I'm excited to just explore the mythology of these DC characters, and it looks like we're coming around a corner. I really hope we are. I hope there's some news supposed to be breaking tomorrow, so we'll see. If you're on Twitter, there's a whole bunch of rumors of there's stuff happening, and
Like what?
people get, who knows, there's just little hints, and there's probably nothing. It's probably DC Superhero Girls is getting season 2 or something. I don't know.
Oh.
There's just people
Okay.
Aisha Tyler's muttering the panel.
Yeah.
Scoop.
there's just
Wow.
there's just stuff happening, dude. But anyways, we will wrap up the show. Paul, how
Yes.
can people hit you? Man, they love you. They're like
No, they
the legions of P-Thug fans out there.
No,
dude,
they
do
don't.
love you. Dude,
I've got
people say,
no.
people say, dude, they're like, hey, why? they're like less Rick, more Paul.
More Paul.
No, they do not say that.
Why
They
is
do
Rick not on
say
this
that.
show right now?
Well, it's because he can't make it.
No, because he doesn't know anything about Robin, dude. He just writes these fake articles
Oh,
and
no.
whatever.
No,
Don't
no.
start that. No.
Rick's been reading so much Robin comics lately. It's crazy.
I'm very proud of him. He actually started reading. It's really good. It's really
There you
good.
go. So
You can find you can find me on Twitter at
Jokes.
I know at Herman22 two N's aka P Thug. I'm there. Check me out.
cool. Ryan.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter at SMB_Ryan if you dare, and also and follow the Robin Everyone Loves the Drake podcast as well at ELTD podcast.
There you go. And you can follow me on Twitter at J_Rocka. You can follow me and we'll talk about stuff and just make silly remarks because I just like having fun on Twitter. I really do. If you think I'm being like testy, I'm not. I'm just having fun. Just having fun with my friends.
You can be
I have to
testy and
constantly
have
remind
fun
myself.
being testy, you know?
That is true. That
He
is
has
true.
too
Let's
much
be
fun
real.
being that way.
Yeah. You're like me, Justin. You like to push buttons. Let's be real.
I kind of do like to push buttons, but not in like a jerky way. It's just kind of like,
I
come
disagree.
on.
Yeah, Justin. Hey, I'm the same way. People think I'm a jerk.
I'm
love
a really
pushing
nice
buttons.
person. I
I know
like
you are.
people.
You're a very great person. I bet you love to stir the pot, just like
I
me.
do like to stir the pot, man. Don't.
It's all right.
Yeah,
just
it's
accept
true.
it. I've
It is
accepted
true.
it. I just tell people. I just warn them ahead of time. Listen, if you're my friend, if you're around me, I'm gonna push your buttons because I love pissing people off. It's
Makes
fun.
it fun. Like who wants to listen?
Exactly.
Who wants to listen to everybody agree on like
Exactly.
a podcast? Like, hey, let's all talk about the same thing. We all
What do you
love
think?
the
Look great.
same
Look great.
thing.
Look great.
But guys, really quick,
The end.
top 5 Aquaman comics of all time right now.
Top 5 Aquaman comics, dude. Read Peter David's Aquaman run. It's
I actually have
fantastic.
it.
With the
No, hold on.
hand.
Hold on.
That's in a trade paperback right now.
In all seriousness, I actually did buy it on a DC sale like last year because they were all on
bro.
99 cents, and I bought
Yeah.
the first like 13, 14 issues because
Telling
I've
you, that's
always
good.
wanted to read it.
You know what I loved? I even I put it on Twitter. Like that matters. FYI, let me validate what I'm about to say. I put it on Twitter. That's how much I
It was
really,
on Twitter.
I really
Mic drop.
believe in my thoughts. I really
It's
believe
on
in my
J
thoughts.
_Rocka's Twitter.
Yeah. There's this really cool characterization that he does of sharks, and the sharks are hilarious. Like they'll say stuff and they'll be really tough, and then they'll forget. They're like, what did I say? I don't know, huh? What's that? Like it's just
in the-
really.
That's
It's
David
in the
run?
David run. Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's so fun because it's such a great run. It's where it's that hook bearded long haired
Oh yeah,
Aquaman.
and he gets rid of the orange
It's
shirt.
The Aquaman of the 90s.
Yeah.
In fact, I would
And he's shirtless.
And I'd argue that even that characterization is more like Jason Momoa than what we have. In fact, a
little bit.
No, I think so. I read the first 3 issues, and he seems more sarcastic and more nomadish, if you will, in that series because that's when I think he gets kicked out or something.
I think Momoa is kind of like
Momoa
a
is
mix
like a
of that and
composite-
Brave and the Bold. Yeah.
He's like Momoa is, to me, seems like a composite of Peter David Aquaman, Brave and the Bold Aquaman, Rebirth Aquaman or New 52 Aquaman, and Jason Momoa. So
that's actually fairly accurate.
Yeah.
which I think is good. I mean, I think he's going to appeal to a lot of Aquaman fans.
Yeah.
Or Jason Momoa fans.
All right. There we go. So, Batman on Film, authoritative, definitive, the original. Please support us. Go to our Patreon page, www.patreon.com/BatmanOnFilm. Leave us a review on iTunes. We would love to read your reviews. And if you do so, we might do a drawing and you may win something really special. Can't say what it is right now because it's coming. So leave us some reviews and we'll do a drawing on the next 5 that are awesome. We'll do a drawing and we'll pick something.
there you go.
And we'll give them a
I got
freaking cool...
so many extra copies of Catwoman.
Oh, yeah.
I knew
We
that
don't want
was
people to
coming.
remove their reviews. We want people to add some. So please do that. That would be a great way for you to support what we're doing, or buy a T-shirt of Batman on Film. And
The BOF 20 shirts.
oh,
are good,
BF 20 shirts. Yeah, go check.
I got the gold version.
Ooh, the gold one.
It's good.
I got the chromium foil version, and
I got the black
worth,
version.
It's
It's
worth
awesome.
the most. It's worth the
Which
most.
ironically, and I'm not even joking, guys. I saw my parents today with my brother, and I just grabbed the shirt. I grabbed the BOF shirt that I got
Yeah.
from Rick, and I'm still wearing it. And it was totally by chance that we did the show tonight. So I was
Oh,
like, oh yeah,
no.
sure. So I've been doing the podcast in the BOF shirt. I love the
Nice.
shirt.
That's
It's
awesome.
good.
It's a nice shirt, dude.
It's a great shirt.
Greatly designed and just fits comfy. So
It actually is very. It's actually my. No, hold on. It's actually a very comfy shirt. I have
yeah,
to say
they are. Those
I
T
enjoy it.
Public shirts are great,
Yeah,
dude.
my security, my unbreakable security shirt, Ryan, is a T Public.
I need
and
that
it's
shirt,
fantastic.
dude.
You
I
do
saw that.
get it.
I need
Get
it.
it. It's beautiful.
All
I
right.
need to wear that when we do the podcast.
We're shutting.
there we go.
We're shutting this show down, man. We're
Oh,
shutting this show
man.
down. All right. We will see you next time.
You've been listening to the Batman on Film podcast, a proud member and the sponsor of the Batman Podcast Network, batmanpodcastnetwork.com. You can listen to the BOF podcast on iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, Google Play Music, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, TuneIn, and wherever good podcasts like this one can be found. Want to advertise on the BOF podcast? Go to advertisecast.com/the Batman on Film Con podcast. Follow Jet on Twitter at Batman on Film and on BOF's Facebook fan page at facebook.com/jet.batmanonfilm. Email Jet via jet@batman-on-film.com. I'm announcer Rachel. Thanks for listening.